flight trips to D.C. that we're all familiar with?
Well, logistically, of course, there's a lot of moving pieces. We knew that we would need to get some help with this from a tour standpoint. So when we found the right tour company, which is really a veteran-owned tour company who specializes in trips like this, we decided we were going to, follow their lead and really enlist their help with it. Of course, the other part of that is really raising the funds to be able to do it. Old Glory Honor Flight has been extremely blessed, very supported within our community, but we just weren't sure if this would resonate with folks, and clearly it did. We needed to raise close to $200,000 on a separate fundraising campaign to make this all happen. And again, our loving community really stepped up and made it happen.
I think what I took note of that also is different from the daily trip to D.C. and back again is all of the other supplies that you needed to pass along to the veterans, things they needed to bring, whether it was legal documents or even clothing to pack, kind of stuff. To talk a little bit about those important things that may not get as much of the publicity.
Absolutely. I mean, our vets, they're a great bunch of guys, but we definitely needed to make sure that they were prepared, and not just mentally prepared, but physically prepared. And when you're taking 53 veterans to another country, we want to make sure that they have the supplies that they needed. So whether that was making sure that their medicines were in correct order, obviously we needed to think about things like compression socks and CPAP machines and all those comforts of home that they really needed to bring with them. Because, of course, we're on a 13-day journey, and certainly there's options for them, but we wanted to make sure that they're as prepared and as comfortable as possible. We also wanted to do some fun stuff, which was more of like the logo wear of Old Glory Honor Flight Return to Nam, shirts and hats and things of that nature to really promote the special event.
There's even an education part of it for currency. I mean, the money that you needed. I mean, this isn't a trip in the same country. You're in another part of the world, and they operate things a little bit differently, and it's not going to be quite as what you're used to.
Absolutely. I mean, we're learning as we go as well. I mean, we're looking at the experts to help us with this and through a lot of research, but making sure that the vets had their passports, making sure that our visa documents were in order. All those little things that you don't think about were things that we really needed to think about. These guys are entrusting us. Their families are, here in the States, and we want to make sure that we bring them back in good shape and that they're prepared.
And Diane, talk a little bit about the things that you're going to see outside of the cities and the hotels that you're in. But I mean, I know you can't get back to each and every battle site or where a base was necessarily, but you're going to get to a lot of them. Did you talk to the veterans about where they were and to try to get an idea of how you could get as close to that as possible? We
did. When we got the bios from our vets just to see where they were at, certainly much more comprehensive than just their service. We wanted to make sure that they had an opportunity to visit the places that they may or may not have been, maybe places that they heard of or places that they served specifically. So we have a lot of vets that were in Da Nang, so that's obviously one place we're going to go. We'll see other areas like the tunnels and museums that weren't in existence or were in existence, but they were certainly on the wrong side of things at that point. So making sure that they have the experience to go and visit all those kind of touristy places, but also the places that will mean something to the vets that were there.